Good evening, friends. Welcome to den traditionella Bonde-demokratin Workers and Resources Soviet Republic 225. Yes. The 23rd of July of 1984, and the the harvest is starting to roll in. This is also the crop importing train. Sitrep, we have lost a few people. They ran out of clothing and got a bit upset. I think it was last year. Yes, 8,870 escapes. Cheers. Yes, that's not good, you know. This year, though we have the same amount of escapes, okay. Well, anyway, we were down to like 45,000, and we are increasing again. Problem was that it was the town of Hansasino, which is quite important because they do electricity. Yes, so we had a bit of a brownouts going on. The question here regarding the seeds is we've been building so many farms out here that it is approaching ridiculousness. But this is not going to be enough. Still, we're going to need more, I'm pretty sure. But this is really the first season that we get with most farms in production. Still, there were some fields that were connected to late and so on. So like out here, for example, as these fields, they will not be included in this year's crop, regrettably. But the harvest is starting to roll in, and if we look here this year, we can see just how much money we spend on crops. $250,000, yes, $250,000, and we currently do not offset it by anything. No, $250,000. Yes, that tells you something about the deficit of crops that we have. But it is reassuring that everything else is good. I mean, if we just feed enough crops into the system, we have capacity to do both almost enough meat, enough food, especially, and enough clothing too, and enough electronics and such, which is good. I mean, it just means that we need to expand the farming and accept that we import a little bit of crops for the moment. Should we think about exporting something to offset? It depends, really. It depends. I want to see how this harvest goes and how much it generates. If we have a look in here, there are no crops. The food factory is missing crops. How much food in total? 2,211 tons. That is no catastrophe, although it's not great. This will soon stop too. But yes, the harvest must have an effect. I think the problem is, yes, the problem. One of the problems, this train is not waiting till loaded, but that's really, there should always be enough here. This is good, 1,500 tons, and the trucks are rolling in. We'll leave the train going until we see a bit better how it goes here. We even have a bit of meat in the storage. Not much, but a bit. That means that the workers and the resources are in good balance. That's really what you want. You don't want too much resource, except for some things. Bitumen, we've started to fill up a little bit on fuel, I think. How much fuel do we have in total? 33,700 tons. Yes. Very good. I think that we have quite a buffer there regarding stage medium distribution office. Why don't you keep this at that full of Kavik. Yes. Kirarush gas station. You're also same deal, same distribution office, same culprit. Yes, get it out there. The greater buffer we can have spread, and over the more places it's spread out, the better it is, obviously. And yes, here, you know, the fields are stretching, and we've also built a little bit of things here. This is now finished. The large warehouse. Yes, we have electrical components and mechanical components for the moment. In here we have steel and bricks and prefab panels and a bit of boards. Pretty nice. Bringing them in on train. This was quick as hell to construct since everything was so local. So we're getting ourselves a little bit of a fuel buffer here. Too, in the middle. Close to the middle. Pretty much the middle of the realm. And the rail is here, the road is here, everything. I mean, should we do a town out here just because it would be a lovely place for it? Like here, not a big town, just a small one, you see. Just because it would be a lovely place for it. And amongst all the farms here and everything. Yes. I mean, I really think so. Now, well, we can do some preparations. We can lay in a street grid of some kind. We can see here that it is a bit of an incline. We should try and work with that incline. Yes. In some sort of fashion here. That will be the main. And I think that will be enough for now. We'll start with that anyway. It takes some while. We have built lots of road out here. All of this, except for, you know, these little fiddly bits, are actually constructed with our own workers and resources. Yes. It gives you a sense of accomplishment playing this game this way rather than the money machine way, you know, exporting stuff and purchasing. But it is a different tempo. It certainly is. And it's a different game. And as I've said before, it's a different. Just the curves makes it a different game. It's a completely different look to everything. I mean, look at this road. This is not something that you could have done before. Yes, before. Yes, like half a year ago or something. How long ago was it that this? This is when I started den traditionella bondedemokratin. Yes, that's when these were introduced. Yes, how is this harvesting going? Is anything happening? You have a bit there. There's a bit there. I suppose the trucks are out doing their thing. You only have 2 trucks. We might as well put 4 on here, since there are 4 things available. 4 spots available at the road. A cargo station. That is. If we have them. Yes, we do. Let's see in here now. There ought to be a whole lot of cargo wagons. Covered wagons indeed. Should we make a longest train in the world as ever seen? Is there a limit to how long you can make this train? Here we shall see about that soon enough. It just takes a while to load this up here with the things, because the interface is slightly limited in its functionality, but it works anyway. Hey, that's quite a few wagons on that thing. We could put even more on it if we took you out, for example. I do regret having to sell Barra because the claim that he wasn't fully entered into the depot. He was the classic shunter going to do that, had always been doing these sort of things, getting things out of the factory and into the depots. Yes. You never know. Dr. Luring, he gets a bit carried away sometimes. Yes, for some reason I can't change the name of the YouTube channel. I don't understand why. It says that you're supposed to do it. Go here, click the pencil. Yes, change it. But for me, just it cannot be changed. Okay then. Who cares, really? Did you get all of them? Yes, you did. So, if this thing isn't enough, the fields, we will have a train to import. We will have to remodel the thing at the border here a bit, or re-signal it, but it's fine. We have very little traffic down there. I think that we should be able to cope. How you set up? No. And do that to start with, and then we continue adding these boxcars. They're all brand new, I think. Not all. Many of them are brand new. Okay, 1,214 tons. Yes, I think this is a bit asking for crashing the game, or asking for trouble, really. Yes, that reminds me. It reminds me of two things. Yes, and it's all good. This, no. This, no. This, yes. We want experimental traffic finding and CO cooperates for some reason. Right. Okay, so it's time. Our longest train, indeed. This will be something. We could, I mean, to fill this up then, crops 32 tons. 32 rubles per ton. Really? No dollars. Yes, so okay, well 33 give or take. Per ton, and you take 12, 14 tons, so that's 400,000. Oh, 40,062. Yeah, it doesn't sound that bad. What's the price at the eastern border? We could easily get an income stream for lots of rubles if we wanted. 24 rubles, give or take. 24 times, what was it? 1412 or 1214. 1214. That's 29,136 rubles. I think. Why did you close that down? That's the thing you wanted. It doesn't matter. There is no problem. We'll. I think you're playing the same tracks over and over again. It's. I'm sorry. Can I say? Our longest train. Yes, go in here. Load crops. Not food. You did this. It's the same mistake the last time. Crops. But this time you caught the mistake before it became a problem. So that's a really an improvement, if nothing else. Sense of direction is... have I hit pause? Yes, apparently I have. No, not really, but there. Yes. Okay, let's go and have a look at the longest train ever then. At least here in den traditionella bondedemokratin. Number of wagons. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22 wagons. That is quite a snake. I do not think that our railroad supports this type of behavior. We shall see. Many places do not support it, I assure you. You could have gone just for a top up here, because this is the one of the few places where you will be able to refuel without any problems. You're going to cause so much issues. You're going to snarl up and be the death of us, maybe, or you will be the savior, because we need your resource so very much. Then again, we might not. Okay, you have chosen an interesting place to stop. You are already causing problems. Yes. How do you suppose? Oh, yeah, yes, there's a signal there, so it will work fine. I know, you went in there. Then you could be going. Yes, this is where it can get snarled up with the path signals and such. And something taking into consideration is the train really has to clear this semaphore that you put at your place of destination where you want it to go. If you don't, it may be parked here, and the path signaling now then will allow a train to enter here. Because it says I'm going by this way, it's no problem. And then in the meantime, whilst it's traveling along here, this gets done with whatever it was, and since there is no semaphore to stop it, if it hasn't passed, it will just go on its merry way too, like this, and then end up, trying to kiss each other and have an intimate moment. And I'm sure that's very nice for them and all. But we're not... the trains can do that on their own time. Maybe find a more suitable spot to be doing that sort of behavior and activity. This is a really long train. It cannot end well. This simply cannot. Right, you're going out there. Okay. Yes, that's right. I decided to send you to the Russian border. Or the USSR border. But that's... I don't think that's suited for your length. There. We shall see. How's the harvest going so far? 3,228 tons. That sounds pretty good. But what's this? We're still importing from the west too. Yes, we're importing every which way. But we are selling something? What? What are we selling? Oh, Lisa has left for she is out to sea. Yes, we do have one income stream. That is the excess bitumen. Which is good. Okay, let's go and have a look. How much chaos are you causing, or will you be causing? I mean, you will be fine until the point where you want to turn around, because you are longer than this. This is what you are. So we will have to re-signal a bit depending on which track you are on and so on, I think. I don't think there's anything that we cannot handle. And have a look here on how the train is doing. Interesting choice of track. And since these tracks are configured as, waiting tracks to get in here and then a single exit, there is no way that you're going to clear this switch. No. What was it? 30,000 rubles about. Yes, and for rubles we really don't have an income stream. We can always ship some vehicles off here if we want. If you want rubles, some Western vehicles, they pay great for those. Which is understandable, considering what's available. Ducking. But, let's look at Germany. During this time, what was West Germany doing? The Mercedes W123, for example, one of the best cars ever made. What was East Germany doing? The Trabant. One of the... That's a joke. A two-stroke joke. It has to be some sort of sick joke. How can you be making... At the same time, in what is more or less the same country, the same people. But not the same people. I'm generalizing now a bit too much. I think you know what I mean. On the one hand, one of the best cars ever made. On the other, one of the absolute worst. Even the idea of driving around a two-stroke engine in amongst people and in towns and things is such a... I mean, what are you thinking? They're awful things. A two-stroke is for a chainsaw. It's for something really small. Yes, where lightweight is of the most important. A chainsaw is an excellent two-stroke application. A weed whacker is also an excellent two-stroke application. Where a four-stroke would be a bit bulky. A four-stroke chainsaw, I'm sure they exist. Or have existed. Maybe, I don't know, separate oil tank and all sorts of things, and you would have to have, what should we call it? The things that let the air in and out. Right, to get you out of here, we're going to change one little semaphore. I think will be enough. Or more than one, but no, this one. We make that two-way. And you ought to be happy. You just need to stop and have a think about it. Yes, so the Trabant is not a good example of an Eastern vehicle. There are certainly better things. I mean, we have Skoda, but is Skoda really? I mean, Czech Republic, Czechian. Yes, but that's not USSR now, is it? Or was it? Well, kind of, but not really. No. I should not speak of these things, which I don't know, but I just have a gut feeling about, culturally they were quite something different, and are, of course. And this is a Slovakian game that we're playing, so it's yes, and the scenario that we are thrown into is that we are right in between the USSR and the West, and we aren't really clear on which side we are on. We are trading sort of both ways, as mostly Eastern things, but we also have Western things. Does that sound familiar, maybe? Considering where the game is from and so on. A little bit, maybe. The sound system is not functioning here. The sound engine in the game. You are doing 150 kilometers an hour with this train, 1,810 tons, of which 1,214 tons is your payload. Sounds pretty good ratio of payload versus vehicle. Means of transportation. Will you be coming? Yes, you will be coming up on exciting railroad very much soon. Here, first of all, we have the ugliest railroad bridge in the realm. And then we have a roundabout, which isn't that bad, I don't think. We can go and hang out over here. The train is still moving. Yes. You ought to be heading that way, I think. Well, yes, that's the longest train so far. Yes. What was it? 23 wagons or something? Yes, they are continuing to build them in the factory. We can continue to add them on here until it gets completely broken. Maybe. What do you think, colleague? She doesn't seem to have an opinion on the subject. It's been a little while since we played music from the soundtrack. As the soundtrack is, I mean, as good as it is, it is getting worn. But then again, we have the situation with YouTube, and you never know what you're going to get with regards to your ability to have your video available. Let's be careful about doing those sorts of things. We did just get stuck in a mountain very recently. 150 kilometers an hour. This is good. 30,000 rubles, we will only be able to do this one more time. And then we need an income stream for rubles if we're going to continue. However, 4,700 tons of crops we do have in there. Okay. Well, we could depot this, maybe. We have seen it working. Now, you cannot go in here, really. Or you can. Yes, you can. You just have to... Yes, you will be blocking here for quite some time. But that's sort of as designed and intended. You'll simply have to wait. And how long does it take to unload? It takes a while. I see 5,000 tons of crops we do have in here, and how's it doing at the intermediate storages? 500 tons, good enough to keep the production rolling. There are many things feeding off this. It should get a longer train. And out here for the second food factory. 2,348 tons, pretty good, actually. Pretty good. And you're full of food. Is that a good thing? I mean, it is a good thing, of course, but, you know, it can be a bad thing, too. You have just been to the chemists. They're full. Clothing, too, they have. And now you're heading back here to the warehouse. Stockholm, they have 140 tons. Yes, this is working good. This is working great. But wait a minute, the chemist, am I still driving both food trains down here? If that's the case, our first locomotive, clothing, radio, television, no. Only this one. That's good. I suppose Songs of Harvesting is quite appropriate at this moment. How are the new farms doing? These were a bit late to the party, so they are still growing. Yes, but I think that we'll have time for them to finish growing and to get most of the crops in. You have combines, you have trucks, good. You have trucks here too, that's also good. You see it's growing. You're sowing in August. Really? Are you sure about that? Oh, I don't think that you are. It's okay, it says that for everything. It just doesn't start until the next spring. So we shall see about this here. Look at this, for example. There's 300 tons here in the silo, and I think that is a bottleneck actually. So we should endeavor to get a silo in between. You see, this silo is full, and the trucks are not keeping up. So that it's good that we have a buffer. Otherwise these would be prevented from going out there and fetching things, right? I think. So that one is overflowing, this one is more or less empty. You seem to have not so many things, but you have a few things. Sowing. Maybe you could get helping here. Or someone else is working on it, maybe. Yes. As far as placement and so of these and how that is what is best, I don't know. Then the most annoying thing about this is that we're going to need heat for them. It's not a large town, but still, what do we do? Could use a stock one, the stock heating plant. 210 gigajoules of heat, that's plenty enough, but then we need to get coal out here, and well, there's a railroad, there's a mountain, there might even be coal in the mountain. Yes, but then get something else, doesn't it? Do you really want a coal mine here with the farms and things? I don't think so. Oh, unfortunately, regrettably, there was a great patch of coal there. There was actually, that's an amazing coal seam that we found. Need an excavator. Yes, I'm not going to spend money on terraforming at the moment. No, let's have a think about this. What we should use for as a heat source. Heating plant is what we need. We can burn fuel. Geothermal. Yes, 40 gigajoules of heat, that's micro geothermal, okay. 60 gigajoules we get off that one, 160 of a medium, or 240 out of a large. What do you need? Really, I don't know how much we need. We get 22 out of this, that's certainly not enough. Right, then there's this, which is great. But it's a bit overdone in our realm. But this is simply not enough. Medium geothermal heating plant, maybe. Yes, but we're not bringing in fuel. But it is a thing. Geothermal heating, yes, it's not cheating. We're going to need a bit of educated people for it, and I don't think it is polluting very badly at all, in fact. To have... right, okay. Your pedestrian access is that ways, and your heat pipes are that ways. If people could walk here, that would be great. See, even though we have everything readily available here, it still takes a pretty good while for these to be done and built and so on. Okay, the train, the long ass train, it's a very long train. How did you do? Are you finished unloading yet? I don't know, but whilst we're here, is this finished? Does you now a high voltage? Good, because this was causing brownouts too. It wasn't connected, and there's a great imbalance in the power grid. Yes, more or less all electricity is running off one high voltage connection off the power plant, and the rest is for connected to various heating things and old things and border connections and what not. But all of the connections on the power plant are used. So, I mean, just look at it. This is not something that you try to untangle. This is just something that you have to accept. Accept that that's how it is, I think. Yes. Well, now in summer you're fine here. In summer you're fine, but I think in winter you might actually be a bit stretched for things. And here we built a new medium voltage circuit, which we should put to use. Yes. Like that for starters. Then know how far away this goes. It goes oh, it's being fed from there, I see. Is that the only power transformer? This place doesn't have its own power transformer, except regrettably we also get to see there is one power transformer, high voltage switches things. No, and the power transformer is out here. Yeah, no wonder there are brownouts. No, but it could be quite easily fixed. If this is of high quality and doesn't get overloaded when it gets cold, we shall see. So we'll start by doing that and then switch this out for this. Yes. But you're right now, Hans Asino here. Yes, you have clothing, you have meat, you have food, you have everything. You should be extremely happy. And but you're not that keen on working in here. 230 car owners we got, apparently. Yes. Not that many workers waiting at bus stop. What are we building? We're building covered house. Should we be building something else? More farming machinery maybe, more snowplows. I don't think that we need to build more snowplows quite yet. Buses we have everywhere. Open hull. Dumpers are always nice to have in great supply, and a few open hulls too. Tractors, crane, excavators. Yes, excavators. I really like excavators. You know, something like that. And we can see here that we're starting to build up again the cache of nuclear fuel. 68.35 tons we have in total, which is not bad. And we can see here domestic last year. Thank you, also. There you go. Last year nuclear fuel. 11.96 tons we made. How much did we, before we speak too proudly here? Okay, we are on the right side of it. This year though, how is this year doing? Is it the same? Nuclear fuel. 5.53 tons consumption. Okay, we are not barely covering us, but with the buffer that we have a couple of 100 years, I think, at the current rate. The limiting factor is the amount of people that we put into here, which is simply not enough to keep this to produce more. Now we have all the chemicals we need, but we don't have the people we need. And there aren't really any around here neither. We could move people in. You know what, I feel like remodeling a bit here. That's what I do. I mean, this entire block Here. We should do a little bit like this. The game can get a bit upset when we're demolishing buildings, and we're also probably demolishing inhabited buildings, which has its own interesting challenges. Yes. But I'm thinking a nice big friendship house here. Shouldn't every town get a friendship house? Maybe not. But we should definitely get more of them. And I'm also thinking of Chemisterna, the town, of tearing down all the tower blocks and replacing them with only the style of these residential. It's not the correct one. That is the correct one. Why would you have get citizens for ruble? No, move. This might be the first thing I'm building, maybe residential since the new start. I think it might well be. In fact, we get it completely full. Yes, we get it completely full. Since there is so much. I think that we have adult children. Yes, we have adult children, and that there is so much housing available around here. So we get it completely full. Yes. No, that's okay. I mean, that might, or we can tell everyone living here to go here to work, and then we set a bus line to go from. We can initiate the bus line now. Is okay. That's construction office, atom, fuel worker line. This sounds sort of like something that is already doing what it is that we wanted to be doing. Yes, you go there. That's good. Then we should have a bit more than one bus, and it should also be in motion. Where are you now? Now you're in Molna. You wanted to head out here. Bus? Yes, I mean the Mars, you don't use the Mars 305s, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with them. Now, those buses will not be very occupied for a while. We could manually move people in here since we have adult children all over the place. Adults living with their parents, even out here, all of them are without job. And so are these. We might as well relocate a few. Because Stockholm does have adult children, do they not? Population. And the chemists have passed Stockholm in population, which is good for them, I suppose. Now we do something like this, and here too. I thought to get Sayov going a bit more. One problem is that everyone is ending up out here at one point or other in an endless loop, walking back and forth. For some reason, they do not teleport home after 5 hours. I don't know why. they have done previously. I'm pretty sure. But the good news is that we are fully staffed here. And I think that we're pretty well staffed here too, as concrete and asphalt. What did you bring? Gravel, okay. Here comes the concrete truck, I would think. Yes. 960 kilograms of concrete. Isn't it more for the groundworks of... Yes, it is. 47 tons. Why would you bring 1 ton? Maybe it was a really small one. No, but it has more 11 tons of concrete this can take, and it took... Yes, and it's specifically asked for very little. These things are not understandable always as such. No. Yes, these are forced to work at the bus stop, all of them. No, not all of them. This house is forced to work at the bus stop, which is working out great. And turns out that if bus doesn't arrive, they continue on to look for work as they would have leaving their house regularly. So it's a good thing. Otherwise they will choose public transportation last if they can't find employment locally. Within walking distance, that is. It's running without dishes. How much does it cost? These are expensive. 60,000 rubles. Lots of bricks. But they are nice. We have plenty of resources. How much steel do we have laying about now? 8,365 tons. Okay, I think that we could start up the ship making business again, maybe. Yeah. One problem is that we do no longer have the contract for this. That was really expensive. Is what it was. The Pride. 5 million rubles here as 4 years into the inflation. Right. But to get this, we have a bus line. We could just reinstate more buses. The thing is, we don't have that many people waiting here. What are people doing here? They're without job. Many of them. They are lazy. But really it's fine. As long as they provide excellent television. They're not at the moment providing the most excellent television. Staffing situation could be a little bit better. Everyone is educated who is working here, whether you are an actor, moderator or such. 79.75% of the population has television. It doesn't appear that you can get it much higher than that. Yes, and otherwise, here in the hubris thing, well, we don't have time to deal with hubris. We don't have time for hubris. We must do crops. Yes, we must survive. 47,700. Great. I lost the train of thought a little bit there. Yes, crops. Sort of the theme. 10,000 tons. We both should and could retire the longest train, because that's probably just standing over here by the border and can't do anything anyway. It cannot. No. Okay, where are you then? You're empty, you're on your way here, that's good. Then we can ask you politely to go to the depot instead. Okay, not a good spot to ask for that, no. But really, nothing too difficult to deal with neither. We simply make it possible to go this way here for the moment. There we go, and then turn back to how it's supposed to. So you will be going that way. Yes. You ought to be. It's really the only way to go unless you have a destination here, which I sincerely hope that you don't. You might decide to go for a refuel. And if you do, then not going to like you very much if you go for a refuel here. Could you go for a refuel on your way to the depot maybe? Do not turn right or left. Do not, thank you. It takes a time for it to pass by, that train. Yes, it is quite something. You are indeed. Will you make the clever thing and go by the fueling thing? I don't think yet that this is low enough to trigger it to go for refuel. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know how it works nowadays. It works worse than it did before. Or it's my system that isn't set up for how it's currently working. It is less forgiving than it was. Because vehicles would drive on empty a whole lot longer before. But this, you could, I mean, look at this. If you would have taken this route, you would have gone straight through the train diesel station. But no, you have plenty of fuel, you think. You don't. Two more wagons they have built. We could put them on. But no, let's wait a bit with that. What we should do is we have a train. We have two. Yes, we have a train. We have many trains. The one that is going from here over to there should definitely be longer than what it is currently. This one I think is the other one. No, this is the one. But we cannot put you out of commission for this. So what we'll do is we'll let you do that thing, and we go over to here. Yes, and a locomotive. We would like a nice one, please. What? Do I not have a GP40 standing around? Yes, I do. Here. Yes. Come here, please. We have a job for you. So really, after this, you can go to the depot. No, after that one we wanted you to go to the depot, but it's not, it will always put the depot at the end of the line, regrettably. Okay. I just wanted you to do this, fine, we'll have to manage you. Well, what we could do is this. We do that, and we remove this. No, wrong locomotive. This is the one you want. How many wagons? Not a ridiculous amount. We wanted to get to not block the junction in there, but I think that ought to be safe. Safe-ish. Safe-ish, I think it is. 500 tons compared to 375. It's a bit more, but okay, one more S. We'll try. Though that doesn't make sense to do now, because what you were doing is not what we want you to be doing. You're going to SAD, which is here. SAD cargo train station load. Wait, maybe. If you go get past the points there, which you might, then it's a good idea for you to wait. Move it. Switch screen. Yes, I think this is this is what something resembling what we want, at least. Yes. You see 10,711 tons and it's still coming in. It is still coming in. A farm such as this is a bit overtasked with fields. It does not get to all of them. How did you do? You have very few fields. Your trucks, you have one truck. Okay. I suppose that's enough for you. It seems to be keeping up. There is no crops waiting to be transported here. No. Yes, and it's still September, so we still have time. But these fields are simply too far away, I think. We never get to them in time. Not all of them anyway. Some, yes. I think that we should think about... you see, what's this joke? Is it... Yes, this is the original farm. That does not mean that we have to use the original farming equipment still in this day and age. We don't have any combines in the queue. We will get... click to prioritize. Okay. It's not really that, but fine, you can be there. And here, as we pull you down to there is a road vehicle depot here around somewhere, which is also the first road vehicles depot as the first farm and everything, but it's probably full of old crap. Oh, although it is mostly old crap. This Skoda 706 RTO Lux. Yes, it's a classic. And LZ 100 covered with crops. 7 tons. I think you should go and unload that here, as we need every bit of it. It's important. And then you can go back. And eventually we might even get rid of you. The Chav 11 M3, I don't know what why or what to do with it. It can be where it is. Let's look at all these trucks. Look at them all fully loaded with crop. Look at this. This I have to say I like rather a lot. To see all of these trucks come in fully loaded. No traffic jams. It's running like clockwork, almost. It's running really well. And here comes the new train, I think. Oh, did I make it that long? That's way too long. Ugh. Sorry. Yes. No, okay, this is the importing train. You're still doing your thing? Just maybe we should put you in depot for now. I think. Just because. But this is not good, because you're going to go by and load up again, and don't do that. And what about here? How much? 1,000 tons. Yes, this train is interesting how it fared here. No, it's not that one. I'm not done with that train. Let's get that done. That is pretty important. But it's not here. I have sent it out. Where is it? Okay, we go here then. See if we can find it. All related vehicles. A GP40. You're heading to this building. This is the one. No, it's not. That's going for Dromsaliga. This is the one. Standing still. And it is waiting for this very, very long train in here. That's why it's standing still. It is too long. It's about the same length as this one. It's not good. It's no good to have it. It cannot wait until loaded, because that will cause lots of problems in there. I see okay. It is a fair bit shorter. We'll see soon. It will be revealed. But there is no way that this train is clearing that signal, is there? No. hopefully a path signal thing will not do anything. It should not allow a train in here. It should though allow a train in here, which is a good thing. But you will have to wait. What are you doing? No. How? Why were you allowed in here? That is your own interpretation of the path signaling there. I take no responsibility for this, but I will have to deal with the consequences. But as long as you clear, yeah, I wish you do. And that's good. That's actually optimum. Or somewhat optimumus. It's not bad anyway. It's quite heavy, this. It was even 903 tons, okay. Yes, I don't think that we stand a chance with regards to that thing. But you're still not done with this road. Not completely. No. Rolling asphalt. You don't have any workers available. They are occupied here. And they want steel and mechanical components, which should all be here. There they are. Yes. Okay. This is not going to be a great big town. This is going to be something a bit more modest, even though the buildings will not be modest. So we should go all in, maybe. Yes, colleague, if you should not be here if you go down. Yes, no. You go outside now, please. Oh, you're right. Yes, you're right. Okay, where were we? This, yes, this town, which will not be a great town. It will be a special town. That's why we're going custom everything. We have, I'm thinking the same shopping center as we do have in the culture capital, because that's pretty nice. And I think that might go well with these buildings. Where is it though? Shop. There. Or we can go with one of these. Whatever the hell that is. Shopping mall. This is one. Do we put you... we put you here, maybe? No, I think we should put you here. Like that. And then... fire station fire station, we're not doing anything special, we're just going with the regular business. Fire station, it's equipment, it's not educated. What? Are you kidding? There is some bug or something. Colleague, please go outside now and do that, if you wouldn't mind. Come. There you go. Very good. They are, they have fur which they lick, and a fair amount, I suppose, ends up inside them, and they have to get that out. Preferably not on the carpet or floor indoors. But as far as I've been able to make out, it's an Anglocism to say floor about the ground outside. I've heard it, at least. I don't. But where did education? What happened with that? How did that happen? I have certainly not changed it. I don't know. But there, nevertheless, there we go. It should be returning to normal, I suppose. Right. You have a shop. Let's get the lay of the land here too, and see if we can't use that to some sort of advantage. Yes. No, not the education. That's how you found out about that. Fire station. One down here, maybe. Oh, we're going to want a house down there overlooking the Great Lake and everything. Yes, that's what we're doing. Here, residential. Yes, residential. Friendship house. Now, one or two. I mean, we could have two. One here, for example. It cannot be built due to infrastructure, but okay, we can do a bit of this, I suppose, just to help it along a bit. I don't want to be too intrusive, though. Something like that, and something like, oh, we don't need to move quite that many people in. Like that, and then we'll see if we can't get a crazy street connection for this too. Not that easily, no, too steep. We shall see about that. Yes. Will it look great? No. Will it work? Yes. Does this game look great anyway? In a way, yes, it does. But in a wonky way. So adding some extra wonkiness here is, I don't see as a problem. Like that, maybe. Yes, indeed. Like that, and so that's the shopping center. I think that we should have a street right around here. Completely straight. Sure. No. It's more like this. Like that, and then we continue it up. But here, let's see, this, okay, this bit is not done. that then helps us decide where this will connect. Because if we were to touch this, which is in progress, it will get broken up into multiple projects, and vehicles currently occupied here would teleport home and so on. But they only have the street lighting left to do. 196 workdays, yes. It's lots of work, this. Okay, we have a little bit of residential, we have a fire station, we have a shop. We're going to need kindergartens, we're going to need school, we're going to need whatever. The one kindergarten could actually be all the way out here. Why not? By the farm. You cannot build due to infrastructure. Yes, you can. That will not be we'll put in a footpath, of course, for them here. For the children. Yes. See where I'm going with this. There's symmetry. And you see that did that to that bit of to that road project that I was talking about. Wrong currency. We do not have a lot of that. We should, of course, the central piece will, of course, also be a bus platform. What else would it be? It's always a bus platform. Because we will be driving people out of here, most definitely, to work. Should we put it here? Will that allow everyone to reach it, you think? I think so. Yeah, it cannot be built due to infrastructure, but then it could. Now, it's a little bit important here that you build these in somewhat of a correct order and so on, and not a silly one. Let's see here about electricity. We have here. Well, that will come out. That's good. Could we get a switch here, maybe? I doubt it. It won't help any. I'm not putting it on this side of the road. And I won't be able to use that connection going that way anyway. Where did that end up? It ended up there. Okay, then we shall continue out here for a bit. Could we do it in between the behind the fire station, between the field and the fire station? No. Are you sure? Are you absolutely positively? No. Yes. Or no, rather. Let's not put this too close to town in case we want to build something. There and about here. No. Yes. Road. More road. to there, really. Or to there. And more electricity. There is a fair bit of stuff running of this now. I mean, as a town, it might get its own, or at least a secondary thing off here. So far we've used 2 of the connections. We'll go here. This is for the town. Eventually. Yes, and therefore we are cancelling this. This is the farming circuit. We'll leave that like that, so it's clear that it's open and available. Should you want it, put one of these here and a little bit of road connecting it to there. And then more wires. This, no, okay, we back it up off a bit. Then again, yes. And this into about into there, ideally, yes. Power goes here to there and then continues here. Yes, I think we'll have a switch here around. And we'll orientate it in such a fashion. Indeed. So, more wires, more wiring, more wires, wiring, whichever you prefer, as usual. Like that, yes. Medium voltage switch again. I think we should have one more in between here. For some reason. So it can burn down if nothing else and cause problems. You see, one shouldn't do electricity too early because it's a whole lot easier to get wires out through, underneath, between buildings. Underneath is not possible, but yes, in between and so on. Then compared to getting buildings and roads such as these, you know, underneath existing power lines. But that's, I think, all of it's connected. Yes, there are no substations. There's always the tempting way to do it, which is putting it one thing in the middle of town, and also the same for a heat exchanger. We need all of them, both of those things. Actually, something like this takes care of everything in here. And maybe if we crisscross it over the road, or do it in parallel with the street here or something, it will probably be redone at some point. Anyway. Yes. Like that. And here, did we put a substation? No, we didn't. Do you already have a sub? No, we don't. We need to put a substation here. Like that. Okay, so it's the 19th of October. I think that we've gotten all of it in. There might be hanging around in silos. Yes, there are. Great. That one is empty though. This one is almost empty. Yes. And how much? 11,500 tons. That's good. You are the importer. No, you're not. You're transporting things over here. How are you doing? Are you doing all right? Yes, it seems to be working. You're producing how much food in total do we have? 2,343 tons. I think that's good. That is good. We need to bring food into here too. Yes, we do. Not into there, but into here. Food, more. Yes, 200 tons. Sure, alcohol, a bit. Not nothing. 40 tons. Sure. Fabric, we don't need. Chemicals, I don't think so. Crops, Plastics, no. Electronics, definitely. Clothing, yes, but not 115 tons of it. 40 tons. Or even more. It's if we can distribute it in such a way that we can have this as a little cash, that we can bring out in times of need, then sure. But otherwise, no. Now, oh, we have had an incident. Okay. You, speaking of... you're going to the train depot, right. You can go... Oskarshamn. And I think this is the problem. It does not clear... No, it has no chance of clearing that signal. That's why we end up with this... with the path signaling. So that's that figured out. If one could opt out of path signals... Yes, I think path signals should have been a separate semaphore here. So that one could opt for it or not. Wasn't separate signal in Transport Tycoon Deluxe. But you see, this is not too terrible, because if you can place a semaphore there, but you can't place... No. Of course not. That's unfortunate then. And that's going to cause so many issues, maybe. I don't know. That ought to prevent that from happening again. Lisa is still unloading. It takes a while. Oh, what's going on here? I think that this is the backup that we've got for S. It is quite a severe backup. Okay, this has been going on for a while. Is the food running out? Maybe. Are people upset? Not yet. How bad is it? In here, for example. Okay, they have food. That's good. And this food system should not be affected. No. We can probably relax about this. It will untangle. eventually, unless there is something silly going on. Red. Something is moving. That's good. Always a good sign. Something else is moving. Yes, it's getting untangled. And that particular thing should not happen again. The fix might have unintended consequences, which we will see about. How are you doing with the construction of the new house here? It's finished, isn't it? Yes, it is finished. 6 workers without job. You know what? All of you go here. First of all. First and foremost. Right, wait a minute here. We have to focus. This town, these buildings. Maybe we should. Oh, they haven't started yet. They have started on this. We don't want those to get finished before we have, you know, especially this thing done. Right. But there's no need to worry about that moment. What we have to find ourselves is the various trains carrying various goods. Diesel locomotive, like radio and television. Allvaret molnar, does it make sense to put it in between here? Probably not. Which one was that's the one? Ballasros large warehouse unload. 100%? Ah, not 100%. Actually a small amount. This we want this to be sort of the overflow. Yes. That's that. What else? Clothing. Klädtåget. Yes. In between Molna and Beat, no, after Beatus we'll take this, or okay, this does this route. Wait a minute here. So it starts at the Swage warehouse, which is about here. Then it goes to the chemists, which is down here. Then it goes to Kacinchad here, and then Sernakova, then Stockholm. After Stockholm, we swing by here. Not that one, but this one. And then we'll get to Molna and then Beatus. The problem is that Beatus is last on the line, and they are quite important. As we saw recently, they can get without clothing and they get upset. Don't like. Does this have? Yes, it has snow plows. It's 28th of October. We will see when it starts snowing. It will start snowing pretty soon. There's no use looking at the economy and trade summary yet regarding the crop situation, because we need the entire year behind us before we can make any sort of judgment on that. Should we cancel this construction or such, just to be sure, suspend it rather than cancel it? Or can we be confident that they have so much other things to do here that they won't get to this in a while? But we can't, you know what we can do is this. we can bring the workforce down to like nothing or even nothing, and I think they will still bring in the materials, won't they? And you know, at this rate, not a whole lot of things is going to happen. Okay, how far did we get with the electricity? We put the substation there. That should cover all of that. Right, we need heating for this too. The heating plant is there. We'll put heat exchanger. Yes, around here somewhere. Cannot build due to power line being in the way, I would suppose. More heat exchanger and not at the prime real estate, please. Right about there, and one down here too. For these good folk. That's a footpath. If we could get it in here, which is almost possible. We get the crew out, see what we can do. Yes. Very good. And some heating pipes. You have... Yes, we did a medium this time, that's correct. That must be plenty for this little town. Then there's one up there. Like so. Over there too. Yes, that will be a little bit of a longer pipe. I think that we can do it in one go without having to put a pumping thing in between. Overlaps. This is almost prime real estate that we're using for this now. You can either do it right next to the street or somewhere completely different. Now we need to come in from behind here. That's good. These are expensive and complicated to build, I tell you. Yes. But then again, you get heat without fuel, basically. Still need a bit of energy though to pump the heat back up and down and such, and exchange it and things. I think we're coming up on a little bit of a break. We should see snow falling pretty soon. This, in order of importance, is to get all of this done before we build the houses. We could plan in more housing. Though then again, this is not really meant to be, a high population area. What we do want is a school and kindergartens. We only have one kindergarten, a school. But I mean, this could be the schooling district. One school ought to be enough for this place, I think. Something like this. Yes, and then we put one of the small medical universities next doors. It's not that small. I saw something, but will it be too close to get a footpath in between there? I think it will be. No, but it won't be able to hook up. Yes, you can hook up those two buildings to each other, doesn't matter, but that's... I think it's fine, right? And then, okay, you want a street connection there, then we will have a street here. We will not connect that last bit right now. There you go. That will go on to there obviously later on. That's the schooling. We need a hospital too. Up here maybe. Somewhere. Here. Around. Why not? A hospital. Hospital. Yes. This one we like. It works really well, actually. And that reminds me that we are currently not able to build any ambulances, and that's something that we're going to need. And we're going to go with Volkswagen's crafters here. Yes, time is not off anything. It's getting to be quite a queue of things that you have going on. And not that many people actually working here. Why are you unhappy again about something? No, not really, but we have lost a few people here. I don't know why. Reasonably healthy. Yes. Never mind. As long as we keep enough workers in the nuclear power plant. 56 megawatts. Yes, and it will only go up in the coming months here. Speaking of which, by the way, how is the final solution to the nuclear waste going? The final solution is going to need expansion soon. And this time we are doing it a bit, more. We're not building it inland this time. Building as far away as possible. As far away as possible. That would be all the way out here then. Yes, indeed. And these catch fire. Oops, that was the wrong currency. Yes, these catch fire way too easily. Luckily, I do have some crap to get rid of. Crap. These are certainly not crap. But, well, these are quite, at this point, crap. And they don't pay much. Neither. These are not crap. These are great, but they are ugly. That seem to have... Yes, you have history, you have been doing things for the realm for a long time, but now we're getting rid of you. For some reason we have many freezer trucks, I don't know. Are you coming with a dumper? Where are you going with this dumper? All sorts of places. I think that we could make quite, you know, a little bit of a shortcut for you here. Like that. I mean, it will get the new vehicles dusty, but it's mostly farming equipment and trucks so far. We have these though. Yes, we do. Right, final solution to nuclear waste problem. Only one of these have ever caught fire for some reason. Which is too bad. Mod. No. Engineering. Space for vehicles. Large. How much are these? 20,000? Or 30,000? 30,000. And if you would like to hook up to each other here, I think that we only need to deliver to one of them, and then they will, you know, spread out amongst themselves, at least to a degree. They will. That's quite a bit of money spent on that now. This is all the waste that we've generated so far. So we don't do that much. Now you can start unloading here instead. Unload. And don't do that. You're actually coming. Yes, we can fit a whole lot more than 2 of these. Oh, good choice there. Make a U-turn right before you're there to go and fuel up, I presume. Yes, I presume so. All of this crap we had to build for you, for your sake. This. Wonder when that will burn down. $11,000 still. Okay, yeah, they're still bringing harvest in, I think. What's this? No, that's the other way around. Okay, we're not bringing in any more. Or at least not a whole lot more. Now, but there is nothing in the fields. No fields seem to be unharvested. Great. Yeah, that is great. There will be a little town here then. With things. I think that we should also do right in the center here. I don't particularly like doing it, but then I don't like having snow-covered streets neither, so that's why we're putting this in the center. Like that. Yes, you can build due to infrastructure. Although we're not doing it that way. Yes, this needs to be finished, and all sorts of things needs to be finished before we can move people in here. And in either case, I somewhat doubt that this will be reachable on foot from... Yes, it will be reachable on foot from there. Otherwise we can... well, they will be forced to go to the bus platform first anyway. Forced sounds harsh. This what it is. It was a long time ago that we had a look at, for example, you know, steel mill and such industries. You cannot store... Really? You cannot store or export steel. Isn't that something? We actually have steel everywhere now, and even the trains are full. Steel transporter, what are you doing? Okay. Ballasros, that's the new place. They're starting to build up there too. Yeah, we could start selling steel if we wanted some income then. How many people did we have in here? 200 people doing nothing. And 165 people taking it quite easy down there in the coal mine. I really shouldn't be complaining about this though. This is operating without issues. But still limited to how much oil we can get in here. Speaking of which, how is this train doing? It is coming here. The train has a little bit more capacity than what we managed to pump out of the ground up there, so that's a perfect setup that we got. Bring more oil fields online? No, we don't need more. Why is there so much bitumen in here? I don't know. Oh, you have filled up there, and okay. But where are you, and why aren't you coming here and to load up? You are coming here to load up. Okay. Forget I spoke. Forget I spoke about that. We were saying something about the break, I think. About half an hour ago. I've been going for 2 hours straight, man. What the hell? Well, it would appear I have. What is that? Yeah. 10,640 something tons. Yes, it is not going to be enough. This, I don't think. We're going to need to do even more farming here, maybe. There's a high voltage there, but that can serve as a divider. Yes. Overlaps with existing construction. Oh, there was a medium voltage wire too in there. Okay. Like that. Yes, like that, indeed. And then more agro farms for the people's tummies, mostly. Tummy. Yes, they go hungry. They need food. That's what we're providing. You're always building this in the wrong way, orientation in regards to how the road cargo station is, but yeah, that's how it is. And not too close there, something like that. Oops, that's not something we want. Nope. Get rid of it. Like that, and there. Yes, opposite this, a gas station. We'll draw all of this in now. It will be done when it will be done, as I tend to say. And then see how many fields we can cram in here. And how one would orientate and such. There it gets a bit uneven. Yes, there's a mountain. There. Don't overdo it now with the amount of fields for one farm, and here you cannot. It's not fertile. Okay, and then what exactly did you have in mind here? Something exciting? Something inefficient, you mean? Yes. Something really inefficient apparently, but that will do. No, the building is not in the way. Or well, it is obviously, but it won't be. It doesn't have to be. Oh, come on, come on, there you go. We sort of do a little curvy thing up here. Is it the 23rd of November that it usually starts snowing? We shall see if the same thing this year would not surprise me very much. Is this any of this, Prelov? Could this be useful as a through road or something? No, not really. We have there, if anything, here maybe. No. This is fine. Need to hook that up onto there, and this down to there or something. And we also need electricity. Electric substation. Medium voltage switch. There you see, you heard an engine. There, it went away because it was going to work on this road, and I interfered with it by placing this medium voltage switch. Where Yes, on the 23rd of November it starts snowing. It is like clockwork, the weather here. I suppose it is really easy to be a weather forecaster, weather guy, weatherman, meteorologist. Yes, that thing. I really would like to see, a bit more variation during winter, like it could thaw. We could have mild winters, we could have harsh winters, but especially, that it will thaw every now and then. I mean, the winters that we get here is the winters that you wish you get. You get snow early. The snow stays, it doesn't melt, it stays white and beautiful all winter long, but that never happens. In reality you get a bit of snow and then it starts melting and then everything gets awful and grimy. Then it can freeze, all that awful grime and things, and become grimy ice, grimy slippery ice, yes. And so on. Now population is rising, I think. Yes, this. That's good. That's good. Okay, so now it's winter and not a whole lot will. They will continue working on this at a slower speed, slightly slower rate. It will be a little bit more hard to get workers out here. For example, here you see we have. Do we not have enough workers in the power plant? Perhaps. If that's the case, that's certainly... Oh, this is not all right at all. What is going on here, if you don't mind me asking? And frankly, I don't care if you mind me asking, because this is not all right. This is the sort of thing that will cause utter destruction and mayhem. Vehicle workers, no. You should be a different line. We do, I think it's still called like poor times things. Kärnkraftsarbetarlinjen. No. If we hang around here by the bus stop, another bus will come, which belongs to that line. That was also vehicle workers. What about you? Also vehicle workers. I mean, no wonder that we don't get enough workers at the power plant. Where are the buses for the power plant? Uranium workers we take out of here too. Hansasino bus platform, uranium workers also. Yes, this will definitely get to be a nuclear power bus. But you still haven't gotten one of those. Indeed, there's no wonder then that we're doing a bit so-so with the electricity here. Where are you? Food workers from Hansasino, you stop this. Vehicle workers again. Vehicle workers again. What's this? This is something different. Uranium workers. No. Uranium. There is an insane amount of buses here, and very, very, very few of them, indeed, actually go to the power plant. It would seem like none so far. What about you? Yes, port times, nuclear power. Great. This is what we want, like many of these buses to be doing. There we go. That ought to overflow a bit into the engineering industry, but it doesn't matter if we can't keep the lights on in a reliable fashion manner. Okay, now all of a sudden we've got all the people we need here. Right. Now, wouldn't you know it, we have more covered wagons ready. Should we go get them, maybe? What's all this then? Didn't I send you away? No, that's the import, right? And this is the old one, and this is the long one. Okay, yes, you're all supposed to be here. Yes, you can do this. So we have stopped import of crops, right? Yes, we have. 9,200 tons we have, and I think that we use 20,000 tons in a year or something. Okay, but we have almost 4,000 in there too. That's really nice. How much over here? It's full too. Real nice, real good. And I suppose this is working well still. As that adjustment was good. You're about to be full on food. You still have a bit to go. This is working really well, this train. Knock on wood, but it is. The chemists, you see, they all have like plenty of food. Well, there it is. That's the one. Yeah, about that break. We're now 2 hours, 15 minutes or something without one. That tea was rather cold now. And I need a refill. And this, yes, this is what it is. Let's head over to the riches, because that's where developments are happening. To some extent. Not a whole lot of workers in here right now. But it will be what it will be. Yes, I shall return pretty soon. And there we resume. There we resume. Yes, the 28th of January. Let's go back to regular. Not a whole lot has happened here. It doesn't appear like at the first, glance. I'm going to have to do this. Yes, there we go. Should have done that before pausing too. For optimization of audio synchronization. Anyway, Yes, the new tea is very hot indeed. We shall leave that for a bit. And let's see how we did then last year with the domestic production and consumption. How far off with the crops? We produced we produced 20,000 tons. Okay. And we consumed how much? This is where are you? There are 21,000 tons. Okay. Not that far off then. But how much did we import? Quite a bit, I would think. 9,204 tons. Yeah. Okay. No, we'll have to keep an eye on it. It will be interesting to see how long this lasts us. How much crops do we have in total? 17,000 tons in total. 4,789 there, and both of these are full. Very good. Very good, I like that. And here, a farm still has quite a bit of grain as well. They only have, you don't have any trucks transporting things. Wow, this is yes, sad leverance. This is actually number 14 or 15 because there are two number 11s. I don't know. Certainly plenty. We wouldn't happen to have any trucks standing by here, no. But you go from there and you wait till loaded and then go to one of these. This one. Yes, where do we have covered hulls, you think? Well, not here. Here we have buses. Let's keep that in mind when we need buses. Let me go up here then, because here there are covered hulls. Yes, and we even have them at a depot, which makes it very, very handy. I don't believe that this farm needs 4 trucks, but it will have it anyway. Wow, we have built quite a few of these. That's great. I mean, yes, we could have some variety, but then this is an excellent truck. It just is. And there doesn't seem to be a way to fulfill our appetite, really, for them. No matter how many we build, we always need more. Yes. Snow again, a little bit. February it will thaw so soon. It will be spring again. Yeah, so looking at that number there, it seems like we had quite a bit, 17,500 tons. That feels comfortable. Although we did import 9,200 or so. Yes. You're not working quickly here, are you? Not that quickly, no. Do you think you could try and hurry it up a bit? Yes, we don't have a lot of workers nearby, you know, that's the problem. Yes, that's exactly it. You're missing boards. Okay. We don't have boards in the warehouse over here. I was going to pick the wrong one. No, we don't. Where is the train? Come here. Planks. You have plenty. Ballasros. Yes. Get here. Get here now. And we're actually going to make room for more. 30 tons. That's not a whole lot. 173 tons. That's a lot. 125 tons. That's about right. And brick train, you may as well come here and do us a little bit of a refill too, because we need it. You're full. Yes, that's good. Unload. Okay, you're standing still, plank train. Is that good or bad? Well, it seems to make sense. But why? Why would you choose this? You have three tracks to choose from, and you choose the one that is occupied. And it will continue to be occupied because this is correctly set to wait until unloaded, which it is supposed to do, because it is the only one that is supposed to be in here. Then you are supposed to go here to load. Yes, correct. But use the other one, the other platform, maybe. The other thought. Let's see if maybe I shouldn't yell at the game quite yet. Let's see how we've signaled this up, if at all. First of all, we should have a change signal here. You can place a semaphore here. Right, but you can place a semaphore here. We should have one there. And then, I mean, this should be your preferred route if you're just through traffic, you know. Like so. Then that's red. Yes. Question mark. No question mark. You just go around the lake. It's a huge roundabout. It's how it works. Yes, and you're now taking a sane route through here. Very good. I added that before there was a regular signal, probably. Yes, here. Okay. But steel train. Why? Okay, because it's occupied here. But you. Yeah, well, doing it this way is a bit cheating. You can't do like 120 through there, you know. Serves you right that you have to stop here. Although that said, there should be a signal there. This has become like a racetrack or something for the trains in here. Actually, this is the train that we need up in Ballasros and the richness, you know. Come on. I probably had a bit of, yes, quite a bit of altitude advantage on you there. Yes. You are even on a bit of an incline. But there you go. There. Do we want that? I don't think so, you know, because if we instead had that there, we wouldn't need to be blocking this unnecessarily. Right. And you can wait here. You should be a bit more clever, maybe. And now, of course, there's a lot of trains here since it's been standing still for a bit. Could certainly have tighter blocks, but it isn't required usually. But yes. Now, question remains: what will happen here when the next crop-related train arrives? Which it is heading there right now. But why aren't you waiting until unloaded here? It's imperative that you do. It's your. I mean, that's what you do. Did you make it too far? Turn around. Yes, you're supposed to wait here, not there, but here you're supposed to wait. Let's just surmise that there was plenty of wrong in this setup. Plenty of wrong. There was. Better tomorrow. Anthem of the Soviet Republic, maybe. There we go. That's how it should work. You should be waiting in there. Should not be causing unnecessary traffic on the railroad. Would this be clothing, maybe? No, that would be alcohol. For some reason, alcohol has never caused a problem. And we seem to be... How much alcohol do we drink in a year? As a nation. Last year. Consumption of resources. I suppose that would be citizen facility. 307 tons. Per capita. Per adult. Per capita. What's a calculation machine here? We are about 48,000 or thereabouts, 48,500. That includes a lot of children, you know. Yes, but anyway, 307 tons. Yes, and we said 48,500 about. Yes, and we did times 1,000 and we'll get kilograms. 6.3 kilograms of alcohol per person per year. That's well, that sounds reasonable to me. That sounds like we are like might even go unnecessarily thirsty here. No, but it's what is the alcohol enjoyment? It is not something. It's not a thing, really. Some people partake, maybe. About that, we have not built a pub yet here in the new town. I wonder which, because this posh, it is a bit posh, this town. It's posh, well, it's amongst the farms. It's not going to smell that posh when they fertilize the fields. No, but it will be beautiful many times of the year. Apparently we went for the main theme here. Sure. Why not? It is a fantastic theme. understand why this is so slow. The source is without boards, source of workers, missing truck with covered hull. You don't have a covered hull. What? Well, your colleague does, but that's a bit of an oversight. You will be getting. And unless it starts snowing, you will be getting it pretty soon. Okay, it started snowing. It will be slightly delayed due to this. Maybe. That could certainly delay construction quite severely if, for example, we were waiting for a bit of electrical components or something. Yes, that might be why this certain things have taken so long. Indeed, hope that that seems a bit unsafe. All this. Yes, but this is a special area. This is a very special area. It's the where road where we put all the vehicles that we make and take into use and production and such. Do not mean to jump off. No, you see. Yes. Are you doing 67? Here it's like half plowed. So yeah, it's decent speed you're making. But it is plus degrees now. Yes, it started melting. Will you... you don't dare increase speed quite yet. But come on, snowplows, we have... There we go. Now you... have so many snowplows, yet the roads remain in poor condition. As it snows a whole lot and it doesn't melt. There's permafrost during winter here. There's actually, once it gets below zero, it never gets above until it does. So that's my main complaint about the weather system, I think. And that the weather seems to be exactly the same year after year. It snows on the same days and so on. I mean, come on. And it's a bit more dynamic. This is very new, but we'll see what we get. Here we have not kept the roads very well, but there are technical services, abound here. Although we do get to look at all of this now at actually a slow speed, which is not bad. Because this is pretty cool. We have lots of railroad going over this road. Yes, we're taking the rail up in elevation. Something is even coming. Can we see? Yes, there we have it. Oh, it is the planks that we've been waiting for to build the houses. Finally. Great. That in combination with this truck ought to make some difference. Although, yes, the technical services are a bit disappointing here. Well, yes, it did snow just now. So there is one over there. This is a crawl, though. Come on. Yes, this is a crawl. What do you do on a completely snow-covered road? 28 kilometers an hour. Yes, I imagine it's a pretty thick layer of snow here. Does this road not have technical services at all? Yes, it does. Come. Does that do anything for this lane? No. Now it did, all of a sudden. It's a bit unsafe there. I should take it careful, but anyway. Yes, all the farms, all the farming area we're driving through here. And it's starting to thaw. Yes, finally. The long freeze is over. The long freeze is over. Even more snowy roads, though. We were just about to make it to the. Here is our place of work from now on. Yes, and we ought to be put to use immediately. First by probably going to. No, we have fuel. We're going to put to proper work immediately. Getting mechanical components, you say. Could be a bit of backlog on that, yes. Although you have plenty of these standing around. Why aren't you? Do they have everything they need here then? Yeah, I suppose they do. Yes, this really is the prioritized thing. And yes, because when we have this, we can get workers, and when we get workers, we can get a whole lot more things happening here. Because materials we have, resources also called. Yes. We should... this bus line is not working very well. Every now and then. Yes, but not quite reliable enough in winter. Well, this road, it took a hell of a long time to get that plowed. But there's a technical services right here. You see? So, what's the matter? Is it because you have a mud path in that direction? No, it's not. I can tell you this, it's more important, this road is more important than that. Maybe it isn't. It was this time. We're driving workers in here. Yes, we're driving workers in this, either this way, or if they take this way, they're probably not taking this way. This is terrible. This is the Molna bypass. Yes, but the Molna bypass also is a tunnel. We could do a little shortcut maybe to the tunnel here and allow them to use it. Is it possible to... I think it is. Yes. There we go. Because that I don't think will interfere with current traffic. Yes, and let's see if they're clever enough to figure out to use the tunnel when the road is snowed over. Let's see. We'll see. Yes, we'll see. Crops, how much have we used? We've used about 1,000 tons so far. I think all other resources are more or less fine, actually. And when the amount is this high, means that we have even in the warehouses, the warehouses close to the people are full or close to full too. This, you see, the Western food train here, it is coming back now, and 34 tons left. So we do eat quite a bit. But this is now working quite well because this is caught up. Both of these are full. This has a healthy, not that healthy buffer, 5,000 tons. Yes, it's about the same amount that we have in each of these then. Okay, that's not too bad. No livestock. Not very many workers here. I think that we could get more workers into here if we wanted to. Very easily. In fact, this bus stop in Poloszewo, the first bus stop in Poloszewo, yes, it is heavily underutilized. Really much so. I think that you know what, we do a classic one. A real classic setup here. Nothing fancy, nothing line, nothing. Just a bus. Yes, we should remember that there were buses out here. Plenty of them. At that. Get rid and go from here. Load, do not unload if you for some reason would want to, and then go to meat industry. There is start brandmän till oljan. It certainly is not. Meat industry workers from Poloszewo. Yes, I had to augment the transportation of livestock here. The forklifts are not doing it enough. They were filling up on livestock. So a truck going from here and into the slaughterhouse does the trick. Really well. Is this one? Yes. Yes, it is taking a while to load. It's maybe not the best situation for the cows. Well, cows. There are all sorts of things in here. And if there's one thing. Can we get a bit more quiet around here? I mean, there's a horse, there is certainly a pig, there are chickens, and there's a lamb or something, but where's the cow? Maybe it's in there, but I couldn't make it out right now anyway. Move, maybe it said move in there somewhere. An oil rig is on fire. Do we have this under control nowadays? I think we do. Yes, here comes. Yes, and we have plenty of firefighters. We're starting to bounce back. It was possible to retrofit heating infrastructure onto an incredibly complex world. It took a few attempts. 2-3 attempts. Yes, we were down to 8,700 population. But we survived. We did survive in allvaret. Mostly. Allvaret and Hansasino. Of course, the nuclear power plant had to be kept running. And if that would have been now, this would have been lost. But now, it is under control. And service is simply restored. just like that. I really wish we would have a bit more oil. We could use. I thought that the oil exploitation that we did here was really completely overkill, but turns out no. We're actually using all of it now, and we still haven't run into the situation that we can't store or export. How much do we have on the boat? The boat is probably full too. Not quite, but a lot. 13,500 tons of fuel there, and 2,500 tons of bitumen on Lisa. I'm not exactly sure how the fuel gets loaded onto the ship. It does, sometimes. But there is fuel available here. It's getting pumped round. But it's not getting pumped onto the ship. That might happen then when the train arrives. Don't know. It's a strange setup. This one could tear it down and have a do-over. Since it's now, there's no panic with anything of this. It's good. We're starting to build up here in Ballasros as well. 2,500 tons of fuel there. Nice. So how much is that worth? $1.4 million. That doesn't sound like a lot. Oh, did you get around to building a pub? I don't think I did. This is the 4th time now, this track. Maybe. Let's see if I don't think that there are any. There's a beer kiosk, which is cute and all, but not for this. Here we'll use a regular pub, please. Sports. They'll need some sports to do here too, and I wonder what will be their sport. And then their technical services is finished. Great. Snow plows, do we... one. Have we used all the snow plows, really? Not quite. But not far from it neither. It's taken incredible amount of time to build as the pub. This fiddler business, yes, we're paying for it. It adds so much time to this, to progress. As the large chunks is one thing. I think that we should speed this up a bit, if we could. I don't know if we have workers here, but if we do. Because now it is you aren't finished with this yet, right? Wonder if they survive long enough then to do the things. Let's see here, out in here, we do have everything except food. Right, you haven't solved the food thing yet. Which food train would make the most sense? Absolutely the Western food train. Yes. And maybe after, let's see here, you go here first to Molna, and then you go out here to Beatus, and then if you could be persuaded to take this route through here and then back to the food, it makes some sort of sense, doesn't it? But you will probably double back on yourself or something. Anyway, see if we can find you. You are a train cover hull. Rail lines? No. List of vehicles. Don't use rail lines that much, no. Diesel locomotive. S. Western food train. There we go. Right, you have 36 tons left now as you're heading back to Swage. Yeah, that would have made an excellent addition out here. You could unload. Well, how did you get 181 tons of alcohol on board this train? It's specific here, own load food. I don't understand. But fine, we need a bit of alcohol here so you can unload 100% of anything. But how did it happen? And it might have a bad effect. It's not having a bad effect. We're keeping up. But the bad effect it's having is that we're not carrying as much food as we should. We're carrying lots of alcohol instead for some reason. Lots and lots of alcohol. Where did you even get all that? We could actually increase food maybe slightly here and have a bit more space for food, even a bit more. Yes, we don't seem to be that big drinkers, so we seem to be in well balanced with the alcohol, which we've always been for some reason, even though I have barely touched it. Yes, did that bus have an effect? Yes. I think it did. Meat is not something we have in great supply, but we have enough, I think, to get by. People go without meat every now and then. But down here they have 24 tons of meat, so they're good. Right. Up here again. I like this area. All the farms and things. And you have started plowing, haven't you? Yes, very nice. Now buses are arriving, hopefully with workers. None. Full. For the medical university, very good. But this is more important. None. Yes, electricity in this place. One really should not do auto search in a situation like this. One should clear their things and just make sure that they do the important business in a somewhat of a reasonable order. So let's not auto search and cancel everything. Okay. Yes. And the same thing for you. Source of workers is empty, indeed. Do not auto search. Get rid of all of this. Now, there we go. Now. We could do this But if I click auto search here now, everything will be, we can pause, does it still do it? Maybe it doesn't when it's paused. Medium voltage wire, exactly. I just want you to do electrical wiring for now. Except for the things I tell you to. Yes. And the same for you. And you should have a wider search area. Yeah. There you go. Maybe. Now, this, for example. Very important. This, very important. This, also very important. This, unfinished medium voltage wires. You see, they haven't even started on those. And most important of all is this building. Yes, I think in this order you can start with this. Source of workers is empty, yours is not. And you should have plenty of steel pretty nearby. And such. Are you rolling out the machinery here? Yes, you are. We have Scanias, we have something that is really meant for logging, but apparently works as a regular open hull as well. And even a covered hull is joining the party. This is nice. Now we have all the resources here. We have a road cargo station. Yeah. This is what we like to see. This is efficient. This is quick. It's great. Why did you go to the warehouse? Hello? You're not supposed to go to the warehouse. You're supposed to go to the road cargo station. Yes, you do. Oh, you don't. Go here instead. But you get 180 kilograms of electrical components, 4 unfinished medium voltage wires. And you also unfinished medium voltage wires. Even more unfinished. Yes. And I think that we have everything that we could need. Except food hasn't arrived yet, but that will happen. Clothing. No electronics. What? Isn't radio and television? Yes, you are involved with this. Oh, the hunger is so great that we the bandwidth of the train is not enough, and maybe not. Why is it? We don't have any electronics here. What's good? Okay, this requires investigation. This is fine for now, right? Yes. Let's just remember that we're not auto-searching things to build, so let's get back to this pretty soon. Right now, we're doing radio and television and investigating a bit here why we're not producing more electronics. One worker would be the reason for that. We can turn off a nuclear thing again. We don't need it, since apparently we don't have quite enough workers for this. We will prioritize electronics, and this too will turn off, and hopefully people will wait here instead, and they do. You see electronics and atom fuel. There ought to be plenty of workers here. And you don't have any other issues. No, you have plenty of plastics. The warehouse is almost full of electrical components. Yeah, really. However, I think that this train could stand being a bit longer. So we shall take you into the depot here. No, not like that. Like this. It's full. Okay, I can agree on this. I can. Yes, let's get the non-covered things out of here. There we go. Change to down here. See, now it did it. Radio and television maybe should have a Deltic locomotive. That would be you know, it's a bit futuristically a little bit and such, I think. Also, there was a new mod here. If we go here, a diesel locomotive. Apparently the most used passenger diesel locomotive in the USSR. Sounds interesting. Not that we use passengers a whole lot. Probably this is written in Cyrillic and whatnot. 1.7 million rubles. I don't quite have that. No. Sometimes they also not show up quite in there, but yes, these are the ones. I don't know if this is a double-headed version of that. For some reason it's twice as expensive. Yes, makes all sense in the world. 160 kilometers an hour. Yeah, that could certainly make a nice addition to diversify a bit here. But to do that, we're going to need rules. Right. Yes. Okay, we can take you this time. You have... Okay, just in case. You go here and pick up more of those and put them in here. We might get the dreaded please wait while train fully enter depot. I don't know. We'll see. But should we get any other thing here to build, purchase blueprints? I mean, one thing that I've always liked is where is it? No, not for rubles, for dollars. Diesel locomotive. This thing, 6.7 million. God damn it. 7.2 million. Okay, that's quite a lot of money. Yes, Lisa, are you done anytime soon? I don't think that will be enough to pay for this. Okay. Yes, almost going to be a challenge unless we sell nuclear fuel. Okay, now we have plenty of these. Yes, radio and television train, are you coming? It feels like I'm going to crash the game pretty soon here with all this. Where are you? Radio and television, there you are. And you are heading to depot workplace, okay. There is this would indicate to me that there is one more slot here available, but I'm not sure how this is supposed to work. Yes, I've only played this game for 1,170 something hours, so I don't know. Okay. Yes, there you have it. This is radio and television. You even have a bit radio and television on you. Not a lot, but some. 71 tons. 95 tons. Sure. Maybe we should upgrade the locomotive here too. What is this? We can reuse you. We do this simply. Bloop. Though I do like the turquoise wagons better for electronics here. It makes, I think it would be better suited. Means that in one of these wagons here there is 590 kilograms of electronics and 520 kilograms of food for some reason that we might not be able to get rid of easily. But we can drive it to the border. Yes, we can drive it to the border. Again, I'm saving before hitting Control H here. Saving is also an excellent preventative measure for actually the game crashing. It's sort of like bringing an umbrella. It's a good insurance against rain. There you can go here, get rid of all the things that you have there, unload, then come back to here. This is now new radio. This is old. We can gamla. Old radio and television. And this is new radio and television. Sädleverans is crop delivery railroad at the moment. It's radio, TV. And other things, it's miscellaneous electronics. I think they have to assemble everything themselves, considering how they get to a television. They get a little electronics each time. They go to the shop and eventually they have a television. That should not be in there. Is Ballasros in here? It's not. Ballasros, yes, this in here. Unload 9%. Okay. Yes, unfortunately, you cannot be allowed to wait until loaded here, even though it would be nice. So, let's go and have a look at our new electronics train. Yellow, that looks quite good. The yellow locomotive and the blue or turquoise cargo wagons here. I'm not complaining. No. That works too. No. That. Yes, this is the one. Although it will take a time for you to make your round, we can go over here and have a look in the meantime. Are you now working in here? Yes, you are, but not at the amount that I was suspecting. Hoping for. We have plenty of electrical components. We can turn this down. Why aren't there more workers here? What about the job here? All of these. There is one house that goes here. You can also go here, first of all. You too. Has there been a problem? Oh, they're out of food. What the hell? They're out of food? What has happened? That's not good. Should we investigate this instead, maybe? But what? This doesn't make any sense. Their warehouse is completely full, but the shop is empty. You better have a truck on the way here. No, you don't. Hello, Beata's medium distribution office. What the hell is wrong with you? You have many things to do, maybe. Yes, but food for these people is quite important. Fine. What about here? Nothing here neither. Ugh. This is going to cause problems. It is already causing problems. Yes, this has been going on for a long time. What is the matter? Beata's warehouse too is where you're supposed to load food, and I see you have so much of it. Where are your trucks? Oh, they are out. Okay. This one, for example, this is bringing food. They are all bringing food. You're bringing alcohol, but. Okay, I think that you should get an upgrade in truck here a little bit. Yeah, you seem to have one extra spot available, so you'll have one of these. Where was it? It was whatever this one is. And you have an open hull here for some reason. No, you're not having an open hull here for some reason. Okay, people are really hungry here. I mean, really hungry. Really, really, really hungry. And upset. And are leaving, probably. Yes. Molna. Yes. Oh, about to drop the keyboard there. That's over the control interface. Casino. Yes, Huntasino. Are you dropping in population? No, you're not. Seov. Right. Right. Wait just a minute here. I apologize for a little interruption here. apologize slightly for interruption. Apologize slightly for interruption. Oh, here we... Okay, this might be the reason that we don't have food, maybe. There's a little bit of a traffic jam here. I think that we can, if we just try and we do a few shortcuts here. Nothing happened. Okay, we're going to have to send all of these, not all of these, but many of these. Now, just be very careful that you only select snowplows and nothing else. And it will all be fine, but if we do happen on something else, yes, snowplows. Was this a T148? No, we get rid of you. What's this a personal car doing here? This is my okay, this is my Mercedes 300 TD. Oh, you don't have to go by Beata's gravel processing plant though. It's just causing a bit of issues, traffic-wise. Yes. Goodbye. But we have, I mean, they should be able to find a route. I don't know why. Now you finally get food in here. Apologize again for the interruption. $322, yes. Yes, that has been a bit thin here now for a little bit. I was a bit distracted. Yes, there we go. Try and get back into it. There we have it. The electronics manufacturing. Have you gotten any? Yes, now you have some speed. This. The train is in here. It can stay in here for the time being and get loaded. Yes, I think so. 25 tons out of 96. It's going to take a while to fill this train up, but until such time as the electrical components train makes it here and wants to get in, it's not a problem. We can stand around waiting. Do you have anything else going on? Probably a bit, yes. We should be plowing fields here. Oh, they have been plowed. They have been seeded and such. This is still, yes, this was what we were supposed to be keeping. And do we have? We still don't have electricity, even though it's been prioritized. Yes, it's because we haven't built all the switches. We do need to build electrical switches too, as such as here and here. All the wiring is done, but the switches are not. Heat pipes, no, we'll get to that later on. The shopping mall is still the most important. Absolutely the most important. We should put them, get them a little freezer here maybe. We don't have a general cargo thing on the railroad yet. We have lots of other things though. Though we are really close to the meat industry, it's superfluous. Yes, we'll go here. Meat storage. Meat storage. There, that's central. No, we keep it a bit, we put it a bit out here. Out here is fine. And could even maybe do, yes. What we'll have is a little road cargo station. Cargo station. Or something cargo station, yes. Small cargo station two-way, not that one, but this one I think is pretty good. It only has 2 spots, but still, it's a bit smaller than the stock one, which is enormous. Yes. It is very useful, those cargo stations, and maybe I haven't looked in the right places in the workshop, but as far as I can see, there aren't that many available. Maybe I should have a look again. And there it goes. It's finished. It's what it is. We have a distribution center here, ready. Somewhere. It is around. There it is. We simply add the shopping mall to it. There, unload everything. Yes, everything. You get everything from the road cargo station here, I think. Where is it? No, you don't have a connection to that. No, you should have. That would be out here to this place. Yes, there we go. Yes, get whatever they have available that anyone needs, I'd say. Yes, more of the music and less of the side tracking here. There we go. Okay, should we should, yes, what we do is we do this. We instruct them to do this, the thing, these. Yes, where are here are my construction offices. You have nothing on your to-do list at the moment. You have a little bit of voltage which is there to do. Yes. Is this assigned? No. Road connection doesn't exist. Oh. Went for a fancy road here. And should you just get going on everything, maybe? Yeah, sure. Get going on everything. It's very slow, this. It's very slow progress. And it is a little bit progress, maybe. Yes. I think that this will. You see, we have all the bricks, we have all the boards, we have all the steels, we have all the prefab panels, and we need an additional 5.1 tons of steel and 8.5 tons of boards. But I imagine that's for a different phase of the construction. Wouldn't you think? As I would think so. Why are you so slow in this? Now you don't have a lot to do, and still you are really slow. And all the materials are right here. We got another bit of fuel. Very nice. See, we have steel, we have prefab panel, we have this is a nice setup. This. We have even the open storage indoors and one cargo station here to rule them all. And a sad bit of road here. Maybe we should do this. Yes. Don't burn down, please, in the interim here. This also feels like something that should be connected out towards the rest of the world. It might give someone a funny idea about a shortcut or something, but that's what they prefer. Yes, if we are getting to the point where we are about to round out this. Yes, only 3.5 hours. You know, it's a short one today, but no workers or mechanism. They should be coming, but there are no vehicles related. Oh, I suppose we're working on different things. The important thing is here we have food, clothing, no meat. Meat, we do have a freezer up here, but for now we'll do a truck. Simple setup here. Should probably have two, but one will have the it's a luxury. This. Look at the culture capital, they are fine without meat. There, wait, and then go to... go to in here. Yeah, there. Unload. Wait until unloaded. No workers or mechanism, really. Source of workers is empty. But you are both working on this house, but you're working on everything. Right. What is your source of workers? It seems better than this one. Rikedomarna Vasta tiny and you are somewhere else. Okay, we take this one for you too then. 17 workers waiting. Not a lot. Right. Could we get this? We got a bus, but no one was on board. It's no. The food situation out here, I don't quite know why it happened. Maybe it was a traffic situation, or no, I don't buy that. They should be able to find a way around it. It is a bit of a shame. Should we bother moving people around for this? Maybe we should Alvaret. We haven't pillaged Alvaret for people for quite a while, and they are ripe for picking. Since when did Sayov get this important? Since they're helping in nuclear fuel fabrication and things. Now you're by Molna. Yes, no, that's Assassino. This is Sayov. These, I think, are set to work at that bus stop. We might as well, while we're at it here, that house is important too. That's the heating workers. No one here. Everyone is here. How long? 22 hours you've been waiting here, going back and forth here. But the people who end up working, they have not traveled for that long. So, well, I don't know what to make of that. One thing is certain, and is that we have extremely reliable worker availability at the heating plant in Sayov. And also, before we leave, fuel to last us quite a while. Right, would that be it then? Yeah, this place is contains many fiddly bits, and therefore takes its time. but we will get there. When this house gets finished and we get more local workforce, I think that we get a whole lot more action. And it's April, yes, we have all summer to get this done, and actually this is completed. Is this walkable from down there? No. Well, that's because this street is under construction. When it is finished, I hope it will be. Otherwise, we'll have to do a shortcut around here somewhere. Try. We don't even know if this is required yet. No. But they can get going on that if they want to. If they feel like it. 18 workers, you say? Okay. Well, at this rate it will be finished eventually, as everything else. I think food situation, 2,500 tons of food in the system in total. That ought to mean that things are good. I hope it's all making it the last kilometers. But no, this is not looking good, 47,200. Though it's not ticking down, it's sort of stable this month. 200 escapes, 800 deaths. Last month, more deaths than births, and a few escapes on top of that. No, I don't like this, and I'm not quite sure what's going on. Well, I know what's going on. It's because they didn't get food from the distribution center here in Hansasino and in Sejov. And now it is without power supply. Is the situation that bad in Hansasino that we cannot keep enough workers in the nuclear plant? Oh crap. This is no good. This really is no good. Not at all. That's something to focus on here, is to get more workers into the twin reactor nuclear power plant, because right now the entire nation is crying. And they get very unhappy very quickly when the electricity is not reliable. Yes. Okay. I think difference. That's it for this afternoon, which is turning into evening, but not quite yet. But thank you so very much for watching, and if you did indeed watch or partake in any way, please let me know. It means a lot. Good night.